Yes, everyone, what's going on? Stephen Howson, Dre, Ronaldo. Sorry, I didn't want to drink. You all right?
Yeah, I'm sound. How are you, man?
Okay.
You would have got a drink if you was here on time.
What do you think so far?
Yeah, today's been a long day, lads. Don't worry about that.
As you can tell by the piece of hair that's sticking out on the back of Steve's head, it's probably not noticed.
Look at me.
Or is it above
Turn
my,
to the
above
other
my
side.
lip?
Yeah, Ronaldo's just been pecking me out about barbers for next week, or the next month, I guess.
I'm literally spending 2 days getting ready.
You're there a week.
So
2 days on your hair or 2 days packing?
just
What are you bringing?
Anyway,
What's the maddest thing
so
you're
the
bringing?
title is World Cup Scouting, right? And obviously me and the boy Wonder are going. And for those XG fans, Ronaldo found an aquarium. Do you know what it's called?
No.
Tell him.
is it Qatarium?
Qatar.
So am I gonna get time? Am I gonna get time to go to it?
That's so good.
No, mate, we're gonna make time.
They probably built
But
it
how long am I
last
there?
week.
I think you're there 2 weeks.
Okay.
You might have to bring your own fish. They probably built it last week, and it's just just about
I
finished
think
it.
I saw a picture, right, and then someone messaged me like, "There's no great whites in aquariums." I don't know, maybe there is, but it had pictures of great whites on it, so that might be.
There's got to be.
Don't know.
There'll be no one there. Yeah, get that done. Get that done. Ronaldo in the aquarium in Qatar. You've waited. You've got an opportunity to do it with a bang. You're not just going sea
I
life. You're
actually
going
can't wait.
Qatarium.
Yeah, Qatarium.
I'm jealous. I'm not going. I'm jealous. Not going.
Did you see, there was a Lad Bible article that it's £80 a pint in Qatar.
£80.
Yeah, for one. No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Because guess what? I'll have a water, thanks. I'm not. There isn't a pint in the world I will pay £80 for. There
80.
isn't.
What if Rio's buying though?
Well, if it's Rio that's buying, then that's Rio that's buying, isn't it? And if it's on room service at the BBC hotel, thank you very much. My license pay money has gone to a good cause. But if it's so, this is like a sports bar apparently that's in Qatar, and it's £80 a pint. So Janine's friend Abby lives over there, so she's been my little World Cup scout at the moment, and I'm going, is this true? Is this true? Is this true? Is this true? And she's dispelled loads of myths and lies about the place. Loads of them.
What about the pint?
All sorts of stuff.
Is she giving you the thumbs up about the £80 pint?
She goes, I don't know where that place is, but you wouldn't go there. And she was like, there's a place called the Red Lion. It's like a pub. And I was like, I thought all sorts of things were just wrong and illegal and not the crack. She said she was in a gay club a couple of weeks ago.
In Qatar?
Yeah. She
Wow.
goes, it's not got gay club on the outside of
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
She goes, but it was a gay club. And I was like...
Joe, that'll be interesting to chat to you lot when you get back and just see how many of those things that have just been flagged are actually true or not.
I
It'd be
imagine I'm a
interesting.
little bit like Russia. There was loads of misconceptions.
Yeah.
But I think there's probably some truth in some of the misconceptions, or at least there's, some things might be an exaggeration of whatever the case is.
Does she drink your...
So producer Chris has just jumped up really excited and he's gone, where's the place they're going to find that out? You're going to find it out here because we're vlogging it. Literally. We're doing a weekly vlog where things like the Qatarium, that's the best word in the world, isn't it? The Qatarium, the travel, me making Ronaldo try all these different experiences. I'm going to get Ronaldo his own GoPro as well, so you can get inside the mind of Ronaldo. That might be an 18 movie.
I'm going to say, could write a novel on that.
Can't be an 18 movie. Wow, VPN.
So when are you going?
VPN. Honestly,
We'll see.
So we lost Sophie to BBC Sport, didn't we? R.I.P. Sophie. So Sophie was excellent at organising stuff, and when we did the Euros here, it was very well organised, very well ran. All the watch-alongs we did, all the guests we had the legends upstairs, we had the watch-along stuff down here. It was brilliant, and it ran very, very smoothly. Since then, we lost Patterson to ITV, he was here running that. Will to BBC and Sophie to BBC. Will said he was actually working with Sophie the other day.
Okay.
He said he had to go and get something sorted, and it was like, huh. So we've lost those three great members of staff, and they've gone on to big jobs in BBC and ITV. But we've lost all of those right on the start of the World Cup. Now, Sophie's main job being an organiser, we're kind of losing out a little bit without having that, but it sounds like the people on the other end in Qatar are not giving us the information in terms of the flights and things like that. And this is a bloody nightmare.
As long as you get there.
So from what I know, we're going Thursday. But I don't know if that means we need to leave here
on Wednesday. Yes, that's the problem. Because like that's what I've been mad new about it. Because obviously I'd want to know when I'm going, when I'm coming back.
Yeah.
I've literally been told nothing.
Yeah,
because I know my schedule is different to yours.
Well, I sent you the apartment that we've got, didn't I?
Yeah.
So I've shown them the apartment that we've got.
How's it looking? Nice.
But it's an apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very budget apartment. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Not as nice as Rio's.
Oh, you're not staying with Rio?
We're 12 mile away from Rio.
Oh,
Rio.
So what I put.
So wait,
you see what I put in the chat?
aren't we staying somewhere separate from like Joel and that?
No, Joel's with us. So what I would describe the place where we are is called Lusail. So that's where the final stadium is, the big 80,000 seater. Now, in every sense of the word, it's like Stratford at the Olympics. All this new shit's been built, but there's no soul there yet. There's no community there. There's no residents there yet. It's just all of these buildings and a stadium. Like, that's Lusail. So that's where we are. It's like some tiny little fishing village that's now got all of these apartment blocks built up in it and all that lot. So we got an apartment block. It's right near Lusail. But Rio is what I would call in the fun part of town. It's 12 mile away.
Jesus Christ.
So I probably shouldn't blow up where he is.
Why are you saying 12 mile away like it's across the world?
Because
12 miles
you're working with
you've got an entire World Cup in one city, essentially. You've got hundreds and hundreds of thousands of fans going to those games. Do you think a 12-mile journey through a city centre is going to be easy? Because without
roads,
do you reckon it'll be easier to walk it? And in my, you've obviously said that the whole like it's not going to be as busy as a World Cup in usual.
Not as usual, but normally the World Cups aren't in one city; they're in one country. So you might, if for example, if it was in England, Liverpool might be hosting games. Manchester, Birmingham,
how big's
Newcastle,
the country?
London. How big's the country? About the size of Greater Manchester.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's and all 8 stadiums are in that space.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be weird. I think there will be some sort of vibe. There has to be. But
I'm sure there's going to be a vibe. There'll be fan parks. There'll be this, that, and the other. But I'm thinking the traffic's going to be mental. The metro system's going to be mental. Like moving from one spot to the next spot is going to be mental.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how many people are going.
It's also like 35 degrees. So
yeah,
you want to get on your toes.
I'm not. I'm like, what is the actual attire, man, for somewhere that's 35 degrees permanently with little to no wind?
Tank top.
I even tried to check the UV index. I think the UV index is like 6.
It's shorts.
But shorts ain't really my thing.
Yeah, well, they're going to be your thing. You're not wearing pants in Qatar in 35 degrees, you absolute lunatic.
But I haven't got the calves.
Walk on your tiptoes.
I ain't got the calves for shorts, man.
Let us know in the comments what content you want to see us create from Qatar. We're going to be doing a vlog. We've put together a little bit of a schedule. Me and Ronnie will be doing like a bit of an XG. We have picked a day. I can't remember what day we said we were going to do, but we are doing an XG while we're out there as well. So we're going to do match day vlogs for the games that we get to go to. We have got accreditation, so I think there's so little demand for accreditation that we might just be able to rock up to games. So, like I said before, I want to see the likes of Argentina. Yeah, I do, because for me, Argentina is a World Cup team. Like, that's who you want to see. But I'm really interested in watching Ghana and some of the random countries. That's what I want to go watch.
Do you think all those games will sell out?
No, they're not sold out. The final hasn't sold out.
That's ridiculous, isn't it? Because if you're Welsh, right, and Wales qualify for the World Cup for the first time since like Pele was playing, you're a Wales fan. You're like, whenever we get to any World Cup, I'm going. Then you find out it's in Qatar. Just a bit peak, isn't it?
And the sort of visa situation, if you've just gone as a fan, is where's that fucking match ticket, boy? Oh, you fucking arrive on a Saturday, you're fucking out there on a Sunday, innit? Just gone. That's it. There's no messing about.
Can I just walk in? Go on then.
Walk in?
Yeah, to the stadium.
To the country?
No, to the stadium.
Nah, I think it's going to be a lot more restricted than you think. Obviously, the accreditation is going to help, but from what I've seen of a couple of videos of people already being out there, is that just securities are really on top with what you can see, what you can do, pictures, even taking pictures of stadiums.
Well,
yeah
it's an Arab culture thing anyway about taking pictures in public. I think you have to have permission of every single person that might be in the picture, which is different to how it's sort of treated in the West.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to be, I mean, we might have to be careful vlogging and stuff in certain places. There's an expectation that it'll happen. You should be allowed to film in stadiums, but like, I'm not sure taking photos and video in the mall is something that you might get stared at. I don't think you get arrested, but it might cross some cultural boundaries where people are like, "What are you doing?" Like,
yeah, they're going to be more lenient. It's like those, like those videos you see of people like vlogging going to North Korea, and everything you think about North Korea, you're like, oh, we can't do anything. But then like you just look at their vlogs and it looks normal-ish. Do you know what I mean? Not like normal, but it looks way more normal than you think it would be. So I think you'll be sound in Qatar, but we'll have to find out, and we can because they're going.
Don't they have an app that tracks you and everything? Yeah, but Stephen's buying what's called a burner phone.
What's that?
Allegedly buying a
Allegedly.
burner phone.
Allegedly buying a burner phone.
Use a VPN.
Well, yeah, this video isn't sponsored by that particular
What happened to
people.
your burner phone?
Janine sold my burner phone.
Oh, right.
I did have a burner phone, and I was literally like leaving it to like it was boxed and everything. And Janine's like, "Well, Steve's not using this. I'm gonna put it on eBay." So she put it on eBay. I spent 45 minutes last Friday. Where's my phone? Because I'm thinking, let's get this activated. I'll order a SIM from Qatar and all that lot. Looking around, he didn't grass her up. He's sitting there like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, looking for this phone, and he's like, "Oh, okay."
Do you know what?
Just says nothing. And then when I eventually get hold of Janine, she's like, "Oh yeah, I sold that. You think you weren't doing anything with it?" Nice.
And I knew. And I
She
knew.
don't think about asking you.
The thing is, I knew, but obviously I just couldn't bring myself to snitch on Janine. So I literally just watched Steve look for a phone that I knew was gone for 45 minutes.
What dickhead?
You just
Joey.
round upstairs.
Yeah, just every drawer, like, just... I knew I had it.
Joey.
Joe, and you know you had something as well.
you
I'm
bollock
like,
him?
I kept touching where it was. I'm like, it was right here. No, bollock him. He's an idiot, isn't it?
Do you mean? Just morals, isn't it? Not a grass. Not a grass.
Ain't no snitch, fam.
Yeah. No, but I just one of them things. I just couldn't be asked telling.
So I mean, people are like, "Oh, what are you going to that game? You going to that?" I don't know.
It weren't eBay, by the way. It was worse. It was worse than
Okay, so
eBay.
that-
What was it?
It was
Facebook Marketplace.
no,
Just gave
that
it
really
away.
weird like emo-y place.
The what?
The kind of
CX.
CX.
Oh, she
Was
went
it?
in there.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
give you like a 10.
Oh, come on. She's been robbed.
Yeah, innit? They'll take
Somebody
it off you
call
for like
911.
2p and then sell it for like 100 quid.
Oh, you bastard.
CEX.
She brings some PS2 games with her as well.
Oh, actually, do you know what? I have got a copy of FIFA 23. I think it's got... is it Alatoon, I think, is on the cover of it. So,
Yeah.
does anyone want a copy of FIFA 23 with Alatoon on the cover of it? If you would.
CX, go take it.
Yeah, but they'll
23p.
They'll give you a
I'd rather
fiver.
give it to a viewer.
They'll give it for £5.
For schnauzers. So, once this video ends, the funniest comment that makes me laugh, I will give it to you. So, best comment on the video after, not in the chat where it's going to disappear, but
So you got time to think.
yeah, I want a comment that's going to make me laugh.
Okay, now I might see
And
some
we all
strange ones.
laugh.
All right, okay, listen. If you're going out to a hot country in the next week or two, you don't want to go there carrying a whole load of pubes with you. I've got the solution to help you out. Check this out. This holiday season, I'll be giving thanks to our friends over at Manscaped and the return of football's biggest stage. My pride for my dong squad and my country have never been stronger since Manscaped upgraded my grooming game with the ultimate men's hygiene bundle. Avoid a Marwan Fellaini bush in your midfield and clean up your midsection with Manscaped, proud sponsors of XG File Show, and join over 7 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer by going to manscaped.com, getting XG20 code in there, and getting free shipping and 20% off. Get amongst it. What if the Qatarium is a cataster?
He's at the right goal there. It's not bad. It's not bad.
So yeah, I mean,
It's shocking.
there's obviously
Yeah,
a
it's
load of players that are going to go into the World Cup that we can do some genuine scouting on now. My sort of vibe with tournaments, I hate international breaks. Do you know when you just get stuck into the Premier League 4 or 5 week in and they go, have 2 week off? That I want to absolutely break stuff when that happens. But
literally
tournament
what's
football, because you hit that momentum, and I don't go in there supporting England. If anything, I'm a bit anyone but England. Soz. David Beckham scarred, and then Phil
Yeah,
Neville.
fair.
No, just fuck off. Oh, you
But
shit
getting to the
clubs.
part of the scouting part is that some people burst onto the scene.
Yeah, so
A
we
la
will be
Michael
doing.
Richards.
We will be doing. So you got Cody Gakpo, Choupo-Moting. I remember doing
Choupo what?
Choupo-Moting.
Ting.
I remember doing a scout report for when United played Stoke and identifying him as a possible threat.
When was this?
4 or 5 years ago or something like
And
that.
he scored a brace,
It feels
didn't he?
longer than that. I know it was.
And he scored a brace.
Timber.
We've got Jurien Timber. I put a little bit of wild card in there for the Uruguayan side. A little youngster that a couple of years ago was touted as one of the most exciting South American midfielders. That's Manuel Ugarte. I know we've got a lot of chief scouts in the comments that will probably talk about whether he's a good player or not, but he's someone that was linked to Tottenham in the summer, and obviously he's a defensive midfielder, and that's something that we've been looking to buy. I know we got Casemiro at the moment, but it's about how many years he's got. Ugarte is a 21-year-old. A bit of longevity there. He's doing well for a sport in Lisbon.
Well,
Yeah, we need
we'll,
someone to
keep an eye
we'll
on
as well.
definitely be looking at some of the players that are going to do bits. I've got a very good content idea with me and him, which I'm not going to break out on you just yet. I'll tell you upstairs. But we got a very good content idea that involves Ronaldo and potentially deportation. But
From what?
What's that got to do with Manuel Ugarte?
don't worry about
I've
it.
got a British passport though.
Yeah, don't worry about it. No, not deportation from here, you lunatic.
Oh.
How do I reach these
from
keys?
Qatar. From Qatar.
From Qatar.
Yeah, so
Vegetarian.
I want to go and watch some training. Because I genuinely want to go and watch some training. Now, I don't think you're getting anywhere near England. I don't think you're getting anywhere near Argentina, Portugal, Brazil, Germany, France. Forget all of them. But there'll be some nations, like, because we did a bit of scouting, didn't we? Or I did a bit of scouting, the truth be told, and had a look at what some of these training grounds where they're all staying look like. They literally look like, for those in the Manchester area, like, right, Robbie?
Really?
Like, yeah, they literally look like the places that Paddock play and train at. So there you can just walk up and watch from the fence.
Do you think it'll be like a lot of players complaining about conditions and stuff? Like, not conditions, but like the setup they have. Do you think there's going to be players complaining?
1,000%.
Yeah. Like loads, though.
There's a couple of decent I think one of them's called Aspire Academy, which is like a mega facility there, which has got, I think, like 7 or 8 pitches.
Yeah, I think that featured in that Gary Neville thing.
Yeah, and there's a few gaffs
sick.
there that I've got seen it. And one sec, there's a few gaffs in there where there's like 4 or 5 of the nations are all training there at once. You know, that's kind of wild. So
Yeah, that would be interesting. Imagine sharing a training ground. I was going to say, imagine
Holland
Roy
on
Keane.
one pitch, Argentina on the next pitch. I'm going to those places. If we get the opportunity, I am 1,000% going to those places, because that's what's going to be interesting to me. Is it is such a small place. The only teams that I don't think you're going to get anywhere near, Germany have just jibbed themselves right off into the north. There is nothing around them. Belgium are over in the west, like southwest kind of area, and there is nothing near them. England's kind of on the south side of the city, but now I know where our hotel is. I'll have to check.
Do you know who you're near?
No, but there's definitely people in that sort of area, so we'll have a look and we'll have a figure out of a bit of a plan for who we can go and see. We've just had a massive super chat here from Crypto Prince. It says, wild to me that a country as crime infested as England, I mean, that's an opinion, but okay, is trying to take some moral high ground and act like Qatar is North Korea 2.0. I lived there for 10 years. It's such a peaceful country. Negative media is wild to me. The ignorance is insane. I think
That's very interesting,
Abdul said something similar to me. His uncle's lived out there for a long while, and his uncle did say something similar. Like, it's actually a lot more peaceful than you think.
The lady I know over there.
I was going to say, you've just talked about her earlier. It's
no
two
one's
people.
no one's telling me these sort of horror stories about Qatar. I think the issues with Qatar are it was basically a country that bought the World Cup under the premise of, I think, was it Infantino, and even Blatter now has admitted it never should have happened.
Yeah.
Mm.
There was some serious amounts of corruption to why it got it. I think
It's not a good first impression,
what
is
on
it?
No, from the
What the?
Just pulled that out of my hood. You know what's mad?
Is that for Qatar? Yeah.
No, you know what's mad?
You backed it.
This morning I was leaving the house and I was thinking, where on earth is my wire?
2-footed.
No.
2-footed.
I thought, where is my charger wire the whole
So
time?
I wasn't talking about a very important political
Do you know what I
point
mean?
about the World Cup we're about to go to or
And
anything.
it was literally just the whole time.
Right,
in
shut
my
it.
hood.
Anyway, important topic. So
Yeah, like-
I think that the issue with the
Puts
World
it
Cup
back
in
in his-
Qatar is a couple of things. One, they won it on the promise of hosting it in the summer.
Yeah.
They got it and went, yeah, we're not doing that. dead hot in the summer. But isn't that what you ran on?
Yeah.
So then moving it in and ruining the domestic sort of football schedule, that's an issue. I think the bigger issue is the way some of the migrant workers were treated in there. And I know there's a lot of misinformation going on about quite how many died and this, that, and the other, but there was a lot of horror stories about both the safety, the conditions, people not being able to leave, construction companies holding over their passports, loads of things like that. So I think that's a bigger issue that is at play here. I don't necessarily think it's about Qatar as a place. Now, obviously, they have laws in place that don't necessarily mash together with the rest of the Western world. And some of those, I think people can accept a bit freer than others. Like the alcohol thing, I think people are pretty accepting of that. Okay, it's Islamic country, got no problem with that. I think basically your sexuality being an illegal thing, I think I have less tolerance for accepting that.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not gay and I do drink. It should be the other way around, if anything. But I think one thing is a choice of a beverage, and the other is not a choice. It's a inherent. It's like, imagine it was like, look, sorry, Chinese people are illegal. Like, you can't do that. It's just who people are. So I don't think making anybody illegal, or I think what they said was, if you are gay, just don't be gay. Like, what the fuck are you on about? I got an issue with that. The no drinking thing, I've been to Islamic countries and I've got no dramas whatsoever respecting the no alcohol thing. And me and you did quite a bit of research, didn't we? Making sure, what's acceptable? Because I don't want to.
So don't
you're
don't
going.
make,
You want to know.
Yeah, make sure we don't cause.
Can I wear a vest?
Obviously.
Can I not wear a vest? No problem. Like, it's not an issue. I'm not going to demand I
You're
get
not allowed to wear a vest.
Well, from what I can hear, it's probably fine.
Okay.
Like, a lot of the things that you're led to believe, like, because we read some of the official websites, and some of the official websites, like, you can't wear shorts on the beach, and I was like, that's fucking wild. And then I spoke to someone, and they're like, no, that's not true. So we're trying to do our research to find out what it is. I don't want to offend the place that you're going to. I want to assimilate to the place that I'm going to on some things, but some things you have to be open and honest about.
It'll be a bit like Russia, when everyone was worried to go to Russia as a fan because of hooliganism and because of Russian fans wanting to attack England fans, and it was actually okay. Like, I'm sure there'll be a lot of things. It hasn't happened yet. I'm not certain, but I'm sure there'll be things that people are worried about, and they'll be fine. But there's a lot of issues with this Qatar World Cup. It's not like just a couple. Like with Russia, there was like a couple of things that people worried. With this Qatar thing, there's a lot of issues. So it's never going to be the case when everything runs smoothly completely. There's going to be things that come up, but there'll also be things that will be fine. And it's interesting because you two are going and you're going to find out. And I'm just really excited to chat to you when you get back. And
I know there's going to be some people who kick off about going and claim that you're supporting it. Well, look, we would have been making content whether I was sitting here or doing it there. I've got the opportunity to go. I'm going to go. And I'm going to go and try and cover it. Like the vlogging that I'll be doing, I'm hoping, I know there's not going to be a load of influencers out there. I'm hoping to tell you exactly what it looks like on the ground. Truthfully, what it's like on the ground. Can you do this? Can you not do this? What's the situation with this? What isn't the situation with this? What's the atmosphere like inside the stadium? Is it sterile and definitely corporate, or actually is there a bit of flavour to it? I'm gonna try and see what it's all about.
Let us know.
And ultimately, I have less of an issue with Qatar as a country for winning it, bribing their way to getting it, than I do with FIFA for accepting it and awarding it. The people, I think, are going for the wrong people here. There was issues about Russia and there's issues about Qatar in terms of the World Cup.
But apparently it was the same with Brazil and South Africa.
Possibly.
Maybe even further back.
I think the target is FIFA. I think FIFA are the issue. I don't think who ends up with the World Cups is necessarily the issue. I think the corruption that exists in awarding of the World Cups is a far bigger issue. And whatever Qatar has done to make this thing happen is whatever Qatar has done to make this thing happen. The problem for me is, and I found out some things about how FIFA operates this shit. So obviously you as a country, like I'm awarding Dre. It's going to be the 2026 Dre World Cup. What I need you to do, Dre, is I need you to build like billions of dollars worth of stadiums. Now, like, I think I saw something the other day where it was like the Germany World Cup cost them 4 billion. A lot of the infrastructure was in place. The South Africa World Cup cost them like 11. The Russia World Cup, I think, cost them somewhere in the region of, where was it before that? 2014, Brazil. Brazil was 11. I think Russia was like 18. So it's been incrementally kind of going up. Do you know how much Qatar's cost?
250 billion or something. I saw it on
Hey!
It's because they built 7 out of the 8 stadiums.
Yeah.
I just think like, what are they going to do with them after? What are they going to do? There's no use for them.
No, I think especially like the things like the 80,000.
But this has been happening for ages because apparently there was an Olympics. It was in
Jake speaks. Sorry,
Atlanta.
mate. Look, he says this live is getting politics as fuck. You cannot cover this World Cup without talking about the political things around it. I'm sorry if you disagree, but you can't. And I'm not just gonna gloss over that sort of stuff.
I know, you got to chat about it. But yeah, basically I was saying that like there was an Olympics that was awarded to Atlanta in the US, like a place that like not many people outside of the US have heard of.
Georgia.
And it was just after like Coca-Cola did a massive sponsorship deal with the Olympics. So like,
and that's why Coca-Cola's based in it.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that was key information to give there.
Yeah.
But that just shows that like, you know, everything's been covered for ages.
You as a country, I need you to build all these stadiums. You make sure you build all the infrastructure. You make sure you staff all of the stadiums and this, that, and the other. Ticket money, oh, that's mine.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Merchandising, that's mine. Thank you. Sponsorship, well, that's mine. Thank you. And you need to supply hotels for every member of staff and influencer and whoever I decide to come in, and we're just going to take over all of that lot. Oh, and by the way, any money that you do make or anything like that, we're not paying tax on it. So your country gets to benefit fucking schnitz from it.
Wow. That's mad. You found that
It's
cable,
a heist.
Yeah.
It's a heist. But Ronaldo found his cable, so we're all good.
Didn't you put it back in your hood?
Yeah, at first, but that's just annoying.
Anyways.
I thought I lost it.
Well done on the commentary last week.
Cheers. Yeah, did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I had to listen back to it as I was walking around Tesco's on Sunday.
Really? The whole thing?
Yeah, the whole thing.
I
thought it was
sounded
great.
all right?
It was good, yeah.
I thought it was great.
Yeah,
Cheers,
I thought
guys.
you did a good job.
Do it again tomorrow.
Yeah, we are going to do it again tomorrow, and you guys can tune in. We are playing against top of the league. It's going to be a right barn burner down near Wales.
I don't see it. I don't see us losing, to be honest.
You don't think us losing?
No.
Oh shit!
Last two league games has been third and second. Now it's first.
Yeah.
Got to do the treble.
And to be honest, it was very unfortunate to go down against Hayside, but hopefully we've rectified some of the issues while we did that. If we win all our games in hand, we can go top. It's essentially in our hands. It's my last game before we disappear.
Mine
I think
as well.
it's mine and Ronaldo.
Then
Well, you might get
I'm taking over.
You might get a couple in after you come back.
Oh, yeah.
But this should be my last game of 2022 tomorrow. So if you want to tune in, the link will be on Twitter, on the Paddock Twitter. I'll try and retweet it in the morning as well if you want to tune in. We're going to be live from about 10 to.
Yeah, we need to sort the event
Tune
out.
in. Let us know how it gets on. It had a really good reception last week. Dre will be live from the side of the pitch.
Hopefully not raining this time. It was
I don't know
pretty
what the weather is.
having Brolly in one hand, Mike in the other hand, Mike in my ear as well. It was a bit all over the place, but we managed.
Jake says, where's the 16-year-old who played in defence a few games back? Bring him in. He's on the bench tomorrow. We've got a big squad. No, it's all about managing the squad.
You're gonna get Ranić in on the interim when you're in.
No,
Bill
Coach Bill will be taking over. Who, let's be honest, we're in safe hands, aren't we, with Bill? His experience laughs at mine. So the lads.
So I
will be
should only
fine.
miss like 2 games.
You should only miss 2 games.
Yeah.
Theoretically-ish, yeah. So we'll see how it goes. But anyway, cheers for tuning in. As always, make sure to tune in tomorrow to Dre. Go and check Manscaped out and sort your balls out, you dirty bastards. And we will see you in the next one. Laters. Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, 5-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.